What's happening, all you beautiful people? Good day, good day. Hope you've all had a fantastic week. I know I have, especially after Wednesday's result. We are joined, as usual, with my guest, Chris. How you doing, Chris?
Good, man. How you doing?
Yeah, fantastic, man. Fantastic. What a freaking result,
still buzzing.
man. Yeah, lovely. Lovely stuff. Lovely stuff. Righty, chat. Righty, chat. What did you think, hey? What did you think? It was glorious. It's absolutely glorious. What's happening? Scotty coming in there with the stickers. Look at that. Look at that. Right, just remember, we are live on Facebook and we are live on YouTube. Please remember to hit those likes, shares, and follows. We are currently looking at doing giveaways for the first 1,000 YouTube subscribers and the first 1,000 Facebook subscribers. We're going to maybe look at doing some giveaways there. So if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so. It helps the channel grow. And we're here to share all things United. So welcome. What a fantastic result. Fantastic. Boy, did we need that, hey?
I think Ollie needed that by the reaction after the goal.
I think his time was up. I think had we gone into a defeat there, I think we might be having the Ole out conversation.
Aren't we going to have that conversation anyway?
No, not actually. There's some good things that happened from Wednesday's game tactically. I think the Donny van der Beek thing's gonna be quite a touching point. Sore for some, rightly for others, and I've put together some clips later on in the show. We'll discuss that. I just want to touch that. Fred was not brought on as a central defensive midfielder, so no, we did not play two CDMs. So let's just get that out there. Okay, cool. Right, going into the show. I'm still ecstatic, man.
I can tell. It's great. I've got you up on my phone here beside me too, so I'm watching you, and you're beaming.
Absolutely, awesome. Man. Absolutely. Yeah, I've made some improvements. Hopefully, we sorted out all the technical difficulties, and we have a quality show ahead of us. So, do you want to talk about the goals? Do you want to talk about the goals? Let's talk about the goal we conceded.
Okay, well.
So you might want to watch, and it's going to be about 10 seconds behind. But ball watching, lazy running.
His game completely changed. It opened up. The two of them need to be on the pitch together more often. Cavani was everywhere, and it opened up so much space for Ronaldo to get into. So it looked like he was playing down the left. He scored from the right. He could be where he needed to be to score that goal. And I think the same could be said for Cavani. The dead ball that he chased, the two of them together could be a force. And I'm so excited to see the partnership grow.
Super critical here. Alex Telles. Okay.
Not to take anything away from Ronaldo being there, but I really think that might be part of Pogba's problem presently. Anyway, I want to see Pogba delivering those passes into the box that he was doing at the beginning of the season for Ronaldo. I think it could be beautiful football, but there's something not right about him. I don't know if it's his agent in his ear telling him it's time to leave.
Well, we've had those comments from his and his wife. Yeah, Ole out. Yeah, she's part of the Ole out.
Yeah, so I don't know. And he's a good enough player that even if he is out of position, he should still be able to put in a shift and not allow things to happen that happened.
I do think there is some head problems with him.
I mean, we're talking about assists and attack, but his defensive qualities, they're just not there right now.
Yeah, he wants to be a CAM. He wants to play where Bruno plays.
Sure. Why wouldn't he? Then it could be the Pogba show.
Yeah, well, Danny's just pointed out with France that Antonio Griezmann is the show, though. Yes and no. I mean, the French national side, we've got Benzema. He wants to be the show. We've got Pogba. He thinks he's the show. We've got Conte, who's actually the show, because France wouldn't be anywhere if it wasn't for Conte. And I mean, you got Mbappe. So, I mean, every single one of them wants to be the show. So a lot of personalities, and I don't think they're in each other's space at a national level to really get in each other's space and feelings and emotional, the psyche and the aura of a player and all that garbage that other people talk about.
Yeah, there's a different mentality for your national team than your club, for sure.
Yeah, I think, I did see a good relationships between Bruno and Pogba that we're maybe not seeing right now, because I mean, we've had to play Pogba on the left wing, was it?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and then we're Villarreal, he was kind of like floating. He just had a bad performance, for me.
And everybody's going to put in a bad game every now and then, but he just needs to dust himself off and get back to what he does best.
Yeah, I think we'll get there. Maybe. Actually, no, I don't think we'll get there. I wouldn't mind if Pogba left. I've got to be perfectly honest. I've called him £100 million liability since the day we signed him.
I don't think it would be the end of the world if he left. I think we could easily get a great center midfielder that could do a really good job consistently.
Yeah, I do. I think we're going to offload Donny. I think we're going to offload Martial, and I think we're going to buy nicely in January. I think we're hearing the Glazers, we're hearing comments, we're seeing the news. Perhaps maybe there's if lots of ifs and buts. I think it's got to be the right kind of money for Donny, and it's got to be the right kind of money for Martial. Whether we would get that money and if it's realistic, that's a different story. But this is modern day football.
Yeah.
Another noticeable event. We call it an event, but DVB and his chewing gum. What was that all about, eh?
He's starting to show some attitude. I mean, to me, it shows he's got that hunger and desire, but when he gets his minutes, he needs to prove that it equates to something. I like the kid. I like the kid. I think he could be a good player, but there's obviously something that's not there, or he would be playing.
I agree. Totally. I think we heard it in the press conference today. If any of you didn't catch the press conference, the question was brought up what Ole's take was on it, and he said he wants that desire. He wants that. It shows these guys are professionals. They are the desire, the hunger, the determination is there, and Ole's probably holding the record for being the most brought on player as a substitute in the history of the club. I mean, that's what he was, the babyface assassin. We brought him on at 60 minutes to go get a winner. So right. he understands and he likes that. But I see Sky Sports have taken it out of context and said we don't want sulkers at the club. And I don't think he was sulking, but I think that was a stab at. I think if Donny was listening to it, just like, hey, maybe dial it back in. But as you say, that determination, that desire, it's there. But as Ole pointed out, when you get the chance, show me you want it.
It has to equate to your ability on the pitch. I would love to be a professional footballer, but that's never going to happen. It never would. Because I'm not... I wouldn't have the drive to get there, but I mean, there's skill involved that some of these guys are just born with, which is great. But when they get out there, they need to show it minute by minute, because if not, somebody else is going to put the work in. Someone like Fred is going to run his socks off and get minutes because of the work that he puts in.
Well, that's it. We know Ole's pro Fred. I mean, the guy loves him to bits. But as I pointed out last week in the show, his work ethic is beyond.
Exactly.
I just wish he had a little bit more talent. If just an eighth more talent with the football.
But if we see Fred on the bench There's no attitude. He understands that he can't play every game. I mean, Donnie doesn't really play any games, but
But he's had his chance. He's been at the season for
he has.
he's been at this club for now going into his second season. He's had I don't know. Can somebody in chat tell me how many starts Donny's actually had? I don't I it's not a stat I know. I think it's 36 or something.
Yeah, I'm sure I could count it
Well,
on
not
both
36.
hands.
Yeah, I mean I think he's 30 I think he's made 36 appearances. I'm going to pull this up now. Hold on. Give me a sec.
You know, and while while you're looking for that, I watched a video earlier of him playing before he came to United. He looked a hell of a player, but there's a difference between playing in a Dutch league and playing in England. And it doesn't always, just because a player is very good somewhere else in, Netherlands or France or somewhere, when they come to England, it's a different game, which kind of sucks. But I mean, they thought they were getting a player that could do certain things. And when he got to England, he's just not doing what he was doing or improving upon what he was doing previously.
Yeah, so he's had 45 minutes in 6 minutes in 45 minutes in Champions League and 6 minutes in Premier League for the season.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to find out last season. Where's our last season? Last season.
It can't be much.
No, I can't find it. Apologies for that, chat. Yeah, but if somebody knows, if somebody can find out that information, it's not like he hasn't had starts, is what I'm getting at. He's had opportunity. It's been so bad.
And we don't see him in training through the week. We have no idea what kind of work he puts in.
Ole says it's good work. We don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, but he's not Jose either. He's not going to throw any of his players under the bus.
Yeah, well, I think that was, we could see a little bit of that in the press conference today. I don't know if any of you caught that. So, do you think he's going to get game time against Everton after his performance with the chewing gum? I think probably
he'll be lucky. I think he'll be lucky to be on the bench.
Ooh, that'll be interesting if he's not even picked for the bench.
Well, if you're going to act an asshole, then you're probably not going to play.
Yeah, there you go. Danny's pointing out 36 appearances and only 1,446 minutes last season. That's barely over the equivalent of 16 full matches.
Yep.
Okay, so there's 38 league games plus the Champions League, which is 6. So that's 44. What's the season? About 60 games.
Yeah, I mean, give or take, depending on when we fall up a cup or something like that.
So we can say equivalent to what, a fifth of the season he played.
Mm-hmm.
And
that's more than enough time to prove yourself.
And done what?
Nothing.
You see on social media, everyone's like, "Oh, Donny this, Donny great, Donny," and as you say, it's the Dutch league, man. I know. I think the hype around him was what he did for Ajax to bring him to the final.
Sure.
It was semis. Where did they got dumped down in the semis? But it was his performance. But one great season doesn't make a player.
No.
Absolutely, it doesn't make a player.
We've had plenty of players that have done good things that we expected a lot from. Like we talked about Cleverly before. Federico Makeda, and he basically won us the league with that goal against Villa. And I mean, I expected big things from him. It was a hell of a goal, and he drifted off, and he wasn't the player that I expected. But then he moved on, and he did okay elsewhere in other leagues. The English game is so much different than anywhere else. It's faster. It's rough. These players, sure, they say it can take them a season to settle in, but I mean, if you're playing a fifth of the season, that's enough time to start to prove your worth. And if he hasn't done it by then maybe it's time to move on.
Yeah, I'm quite happy for him to move on. Not a Donny fan. Oh, right. Now, some positives from the game. Jordan Sancho. I've had my doubts about Jordan Sancho, and everyone was like, "Oh my God, new kid on the block, wonder kid, England international." And I saw the first 2 games, and I went, "What the hell did we just buy?"
What have we been waiting for?
I got to be honest. Like, wow, what the hell did we just buy? And okay, so he had a really, really good game against Villarreal.
I'm seeing improvements already.
There we go.
From his first game until now.
Absolutely.
And that's what we should have seen with Donny already. That's my point.
There we go. That reiterates what we're saying about Donny.
Right.
Okay, yeah, Danny said Fred came from the Ukrainian league and yet was given all the time in the world to become useful. Besides, Werner and Havertz were also given plenty of time despite being bad at the beginning of their time at Chelsea. Yeah, but I don't think Werner and Havertz are not the same player as Donny van der Beek. And I'm sorry. And Danny, Fred's work ethic. Ollie's picking Fred because Fred can run for 90 minutes from box to box to box to box to box to box. And he's there to break up play. He's there to get into the player's face. He's there to make it tough. The problem is he doesn't have a first touch. He doesn't have a good pass. He doesn't have a lot of footballing ability. And that's the problem with Fred. However, he gives everything. He pours it all out. And I'd rather pick him over Donny van der Beek, who's throwing chewing gum at a manager, okay, and sulking and crying, but then when he gets on the pitch, does absolutely diddly squat. So I'm sorry. I am absolutely sorry. Donny doesn't cut it for me.
And as far as Fred goes, Fred came before Ollie. Our
Correct.
midfield was in shambles. So he got that time to prove himself when really he was one of the better players in the side.
Yeah. And look, I think Harvard scored on his debut or his third game or something. He picked up 1 or 2 goals and then went off the boil and then he came back. Werner, he hasn't really... I mean, I don't really watch a lot of Chelsea. One of my best mates is a Chelsea fan. And I get all the blah, 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 yakety schmackety from him. And I couldn't really be interested. We're here for United. Let's go, United. But anyways, yeah, Danny, as rightly you say, I hope Sancho scores 1 so he can get rid of the monkey off his back. I think Sancho will be a better player once he does get the first goal in.
Yeah. Settle
the nerves, give him confidence. And you can see as soon as he has a little bit of confidence, quality player, I think we got a lot to see from Sancho.
It's coming. You see it coming.
If he continues to develop at the rate he's developing.
And he's still so young. Just because he's been playing in Germany for a couple of years, I think people forget that how old is he?
21, 20?
Yeah, I know he's a kid.
Yeah, absolutely.
It was the same with Wayne Rooney. Like, so much was put on Rooney at such a young age. I think everybody forgot that he was a kid.
Yeah. Speaking of kids, Mason Greenwood celebrated his 19th birthday, I think.
Yeah, it's another one that
unbelievable, Chad. He's only 19, and already. So I know we were super critical of him in the loss on the weekend, but he's only 19. You quickly forget that.
Yeah, I made some mistakes when I was 19.
I definitely wasn't playing professional football when I was 19.
No.
Definitely not for Man United. But yeah, I mean, so a lot of positives, and influences we're seeing from, and we've made it 25 minutes. I mentioned his name because obviously he scored, but Ronaldo, you can see his influences in the club.
Mm-hmm.
You can see it on and off the pitch.
You could see it in the way the players celebrated when he scored the goal.
Yeah. Did you see Cavani catch his shirt?
No.
Cavani
I didn't
didn't.
catch that.
Yeah, Cavani was running. First of all, how high did he throw that shirt? Like, oh my gosh. It was just a little flick of the wrist and this thing's up there. And then,
I was running around the house screaming at the time, so
I was too.
I didn't get to see the entire celebration.
Oh, yeah, I watched some of it back the other day. And, yeah, Cavani was running. And, yeah, as the shirt was coming down, he like, went for one of those catches, grabbed it, walked up to Ronaldo, gave it back to him. Yeah, man, it's just weird little things like that. Don't let the jersey touch the ground, man.
I did catch that one of the stewards thought Donny was a pitching mate.
Oh, I was just gonna say that. Like, yeah, but then you get Donny. I don't understand this. Ronaldo scores a goal. I think Donny knew he was in shit and he better do something about it. And then when Ronaldo scored, that guy ran the full length of the fucking pitch, chased by two stewards to get to the team to hug him, to only get wrestled away and thrown to the ground. Like, it was quite comical. I got one of the fan videos on Twitter from the corner flag where Ronaldo was, and you could see it in the background. It's quite comical, I'm not gonna lie. Even the stewards want Donny gone. It's that bad.
Don't let him on the pitch.
No, absolutely not. So yeah, man, you can see as well. I mean, we saw Ole's celebration during the goal. We saw a lot of the players like really, starting to become a team. I know we're forgetting out one key performance, and I wasn't able to clip them, but
David De Gea.
David De Gea.
What a player! I thought he was done.
Everyone thought he was done. Even David De Gea thought he was done. But, yeah, he came back early from Euro, said to the coach, hey, I want to work hard. They're really focused on him. And we can see it. Look at him. Look at him. He's back to the De Gea we know. Shot stopper. A little bit lucky on the I think it was the header, I think second save or so, third save.
Oh, yeah,
like he's falling on the ground, just puts his hand out and it hits his hand. It was a bit of lucky, but like still.
Lucky, but he was in the right spot.
Correct. That's what I say.
Yeah.
Did he make his own luck? That's you could
there's
say that.
there's a mix there.
Yeah, no, big mix there. But this is what I said to you. When was it? Last week. We need a bit of luck. Some days it goes in, some days it doesn't.
Right.
Once we start
and like I've said before, sometimes you have to grind out a result, and they can't all be 5-0 victories.
There we go. And I think that was it. I mean, this is the first time we've beaten Villarreal in a group stage. The first time we've beaten Villarreal at all, to be honest, in Champions League. So
felt like some sweet retribution.
It was beautiful. It was beautiful. But yeah, we still a lot of work. We're not saying the season's over and bring home the trophy. But yeah, still a lot of work. But we're seeing it. We're starting to see a different team. We can feel the different team. I'm getting excited.
Things are starting to gel.
United games. I'm getting really excited, really passionate again.
I've been wearing my United mask around.
Yeah, I need to get one of those. Need to get one with the United front on it.
Yeah.
We need to do coffee mugs and masks.
I'll talk to the lady. We'll see what she can make up.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll make a plan. Yeah, looking forward. We've got Everton on the weekend.
I always love playing Everton. I don't know why. It's always just a good game.
It is very open end to end. We've had some crackers. Everton have beaten us. We've beaten Everton. Could go either way.
Everton hate Liverpool. I hate Liverpool. United hate Liverpool. It's like playing our friends.
It is. And I mean, we've taken Wayne Rooney off of them. We've given them players. Yeah.
No, it's a good.
It's a good vibe between us. The biggest problem is, who is the Everton coach? Rafa Benitez. That is quality right there. We all know what he did for Liverpool and how he did it for Liverpool. He can manage a football club.
He can. He didn't win them the league though.
Yeah, he didn't. He's no Jurgen Klopp. That's the only guy to win it for them in the modern day since 1885 or something like that. Not that far back, but yeah. Yeah, so Rafa's definitely tough opposition. We'll see what I think. Is this the first time Ole's gone head to head against Rafa?
I think so.
I think this is the first time, and
Yeah.
definitely the crowd's gonna be there. Ole's called for them. Rooney, or Ronaldo's called for. Everyone's called for the crowd. We need the crowd. That's one thing we're definitely gonna need, and there's definitely gonna be the Rafa song. You'll hear definitely.
No,
Uh,
Everton, they've got a great squad right now. So
the only good things to look forward to about that Everton team is 4 injuries, 4 key players. Calvert-Lewis is not going to be there. Richarlison's probably going to miss it. One of the other key players, I had their names written down and I totally forgot to send me the file because I was working on my computer at work. But yeah, they got four key players missing. Four big players in my opinion. Iobi was another one, doubtful starter. Bonglo, the Calvert Lewis, and I think it was a defender. Uh, People to worry about is Ding. What's it? How do you even say his name? The centre back, quality player, Townsend.
yeah.
You know, I think we've got the answer for Townsend if he plays. I think I this is not the strongest Everton side. It's probably the nicest Everton side we could face this season based on their injuries. Of course, we're missing a few ourselves. At least
Yeah.
we've got Aaron Wan-Bissaka back. Luke Shaw is doubtful. He's currently carrying a shoulder injury and feeling a little bit ill. So I think a decision will be made tomorrow morning, maybe potentially. We don't know. So Shaw could be an iffy one, 50-50. If he does pick him and he's good, that's great. I think we need him. I think he's key to the season. But Maguire is still carrying a knock. He's out
Mhm.
probably till after the international break. So we're definitely going to see Lindelof. Nice.
Who I'm still I don't have a problem with
Absolutely.
Lindelof.
I
No,
want to point out Lindelof had an absolute good game
put in a great
against.
shift.
He did. He
Yeah.
didn't make any mistakes. He closed the gaps down. He was always in position. I was very, very pleased with Lindelof. And I think he knows he's under massive pressure with Varane.
Well, and
But
that's that.
that's great.
But the same thing happened with Luke Shaw when Tellez came in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, to kick up the butt.
Right.
That's what we need. Sometimes we need it, eh? Sometimes we need it.
If you've got someone looking over your shoulder, or you're looking over somebody else's shoulder to take their spot, you're going to put the work in. And Lindelof impressed on Tuesday, and I hope he does again tomorrow. I like him. I think he's a quality player. He's smooth on the ball.
His only downfall is his size and stature for the English game. It's
Yeah.
too small.
Yep.
Your centre backs need to be 6'5", 300,
Yeah.
300
Heading
pounds and
heading
run
balls
100.
out of the box.
Yeah, and running 100 meters in 7 seconds. I mean,
Right.
it's a specimen you need nowadays at centre back. And I mean, Varane has his physical presence. However, we saw he's maybe losing a little bit of his touch. I mean, fortunately, his one and only mistake didn't result in a goal, but it could have easily. It could have very well easily.
Very easily. I expected it to be a goal.
I did too. I absolutely did too. So, a little bit of luck.
Which
Yeah, exactly.
we'll take it. Luck can go either way.
Yeah, and fortunately, luck was on our side. Look, we were absolutely schooled by Villarreal in the first half. But anyways, enough of Villarreal. Let's we're now
Yeah.
back to league games.
Forward.
We're back to league, and let's be honest. This is the cup. I couldn't give two sherbets about the other ones. We want the league. We haven't won the league in so long.
It's our trophy.
It is our trophy.
We want our trophy back.
Yes, it belongs. Yeah. It's coming home. It's coming home.
Yeah.
I still maintain, the league, it's a long season. We have depth in the squad, and it's just a matter of gelling. I think we can go as deep as Liverpool and Chelsea and Man City. I mean, the top four. We spoke of the top six. I think it's back to being a top four. With with Arsenal dropping into the top six and Man City stepping up into the new top four, the 2020 top four and above. I think there is going to be a separation. So I think we have the squad depth to go during the season. It's just how we manage the transitions through all of these competitions.
I really like Lingard off the bench. I think that let's not start him. Let's take him on and, at the 80 minutes and let him run, because he's everywhere.
Yeah, he is. He is a good player, but I wouldn't give him 10 minutes. I would bring him on at 60. I would rotate him and Sancho and give them each a half.
Yeah, okay. I can.
And then 1 week you start, next week he starts, then and see the difference. I think.
And I like both of them as players because they'll run at defenders.
They will. I think they're very similar players.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I wouldn't put them on the park at the same time. They might get in each other's way.
But that's the depth you talked about. We need those players that can take over for each other when somebody gets taken off.
Well, that's it. That's it.
You take a player off if the tactics are working. Take a player off, put a player on. Keep doing what we're doing. Instead of, if we take a player off, we've got to rotate the whole team, move players. You're on the wing now. You're back in the middle. Take a player off, put a player on.
Yeah.
No? Yeah.
So, what do you think the scoreline's going to be? I mean, Everton's tough, eh?
I hate this part. 2-1.
Yeah, I'm also feeling 2-1 to United.
Mm-hmm.
I think the win on Wednesday has given us a lot of confidence. It's a 48-hour turnaround. However, it's 2 home games. So, I mean, the players would have gotten to their own beds. They would have slept in their own things. They would have had good recovery from the match. So, I'm not too worried about
no travel.
Yeah, no travel. And these are professionals, man. Fuck off. They get paid a lot of money to kick a leather bladder around. So, best you be on your A game. Best you be on your A game. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, and it's still early in the season. It's not like anybody's been playing week in, week out for the last.
No. So we've got what's after this before international? This is the international break, isn't it?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah. So we've got a tough run, very, very, very tough run after the break when we get back. So,
look, if we can go into this break with a win, the mentality is going to be there to keep it going when we get back.
History has shown us we're not very good at the week before international break.
No, I know.
It's I don't know why. It's a crux of our game, I guess. History. I just hope it doesn't repeat itself. I can see Everton being very offensive. I don't see him parking a bus strategy.
Nope. Not with Benitez as manager. They're going to go out there to win the game.
No. So it's gonna open it up, and I think we need the guys like Greenwood. I think he's gonna step up. I think we might see Fred play left back. Dare I say it? He might start left back.
He's faster than Dallo.
He crosses the ball better than Dallo.
And I know we weren't going to talk about Villarreal anymore, but there was one point in the game, Dallo had the ball, Ronaldo had space, and if he had played the pass, I know we talked about these players aren't playing the passes fast enough. Ronaldo would have been through on goal, and he just it wasn't there. I don't want Dallo to start tomorrow. I mean, I like him as a player, but I would rather see Fred at left back. As clumsy and as bad as his touch is. I think he would have made that pass.
I agree. I agree. He's more of an attacking left back option than
Mhm.
Dalla. I think he can get us on the front foot a lot better. Whether Ole picks Fred at left back, who knows? Who knows? We've seen some stranger things in football. I do think we might see Fred during the course of the game, but I don't think he's going to start in a central defensive position. I think we're going to see a disgruntled Paul Pogba and Max Sauce again. McTominay.
Who put in a great shift too. I know we talk about him all the time and say how great he is, and I think he's gonna, if he plays tomorrow, he's definitely gonna be player to watch.
I'm going to say it. I'm pro McTominay. I think he's a good quality youngster with a lot of heart and a lot of grit and a lot of determination, and I will pick that any day of the week.
Mm-hmm.
Any day of the week.
And his passing is improving.
It is. It's getting much
constantly.
Better.
Yep.
It's getting a lot better. Remember, okay, everyone says McTominay doesn't have a forward ball. Well, that got proved wrong in Villarreal. I know we're bringing it up again, but he's not allowed to pass the ball forward because he has Bruno and Pogba who should be doing the distribution.
Right.
It's not his job to do the distribution. You know, we touched on it with Scholes and Carrick and all of that. And he's becoming a little bit of a Carrick. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Everyone, Carrick doesn't have a forward ball. But when it was Carrick and Fletcher, Carrick had a forward ball.
Sure, because that was his job at the time.
Yeah, correct. So we're looking at players' jobs and players' individual progress, and we're seeing a lot of it. We just need to see it evolve into team dynamic.
Right.
And if we get the team dynamic and we get this identity of football and we do the basics a lot better, because I think we're failing at the basics, and that's nothing on the manager. That's everything on the player.
Mm-hmm.
The manager shouldn't be teaching the basics. You get
he shouldn't have to.
$100 million pounds. You should know how to freaking stop a ball and have a first touch.
Yeah, that's what you learn as a schoolboy.
Yeah.
Not when you're playing for Manchester United.
No, you don't. Yeah, exactly. So a lot of our poor performances are individual players playing badly at key times of the game. You cannot be on it for 90 minutes. It's just, even the great Barcelona sides with 70% of the possession, with 6,000 shots on goal, you always had an opportunity against them to score. Once, twice, but you had to take that opportunity.
Yeah.
What I'm trying to get at is you cannot be on it for 90 minutes. No team is 100% possession or 90% possession.
No, but you can't be jogging back either when a team's hitting you on the counterattack. That's when you got to kick it into high gear.
Yeah, you gotta bust your lungs, get back, because that badge you're wearing on your chest means more than your body. Understand that, and that's what Fred does. And
when you pull on the shirt, that's when you have to have that in your head.
And that's what McTominay does, and that's what Fred does, and that's why I'm happy with the Fred McTominay. Unfortunately, it is going to let us down in footballing ability, but couch coaches, these couch coaches, they don't understand this.
The prawn sandwich brigade.
They don't understand this, but yeah, if you look at football, every player has a key role. And Ronaldo gets criticized for not tracking back, and I just want to point out once again,
that's not his job.
Once, it's not his job, and two, okay, in the Villarreal game, everyone was like, "Oh, look at Cavani! What a run! He didn't give it up." I said, "Bugger, forget it." Ronaldo stopped the run. The defender saw Ronaldo stop the run and switched off.
Right.
Cavani then proceeded to close that space, got closer and closer, and the defender did not wake up. And that's what allowed Cavani to get in. Once he saw it, he was able to think. If the roles were reversed, I think Ronaldo would have made the same and done the same.
But that's a good footballing brain, and that's where I said that partnership with the two of them
is going to be it's going to be electric. It's going to be
because they
electric.
they both have that mentality. Mm-hmm. And Cavani plays for the shirt.
Oh yeah.
And Ronaldo plays. Cavani stayed because he wanted to play in front of the fans at Old Trafford.
Absolutely.
Ronaldo came back because he wanted to play in front of the fans at Old Trafford.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they're doing their job. I don't want to see Maguire on the wing. I want to see him at the back.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't want to see McTominay trying to splash assists into the box. It's not his job.
No. No. I wouldn't mind 1 or 2, you know, like getting
Sure.
into position, but like it's not his job.
Right.
As you say, it's not his job. It's absolutely not his job. I've lost my train of thought completely.
I get excited. We get excited.
I got beeped, yeah, and it's distracting me. I need to turn those beepies off, man. You see, it's my wife asking me what dinner I want. I didn't even, what dinner do I feel like? That's what I'm gonna have. Okay, done. Sorry, apologies.
You've got to share now, though.
Yeah,
To
no.
tell us what you're.
Oh no! Copyright, they'll take me down. You know what I mean? With that big. Yeah. Anyways, so I got to stop saying so much. I say it so too often. Everton, tough opposition. Key performances we're gonna need from the players. Ole touched on the crowd, and after Ferguson's interview, the podcast, the video was released on MUTV today. The Old Trafford crowd is by far one of the biggest influences, and we need them more than ever tomorrow.
Yeah, I know they always say the Stretford end sucks the ball into the net, right?
Wow. I don't even know if you heard my opening song was all about the Stretford end, man. It was all about the Stretford end.
Oh, I'll go back and watch.
Yeah, it was good stuff. So 2-1. I think
2-1.
I think being on the offensive, both sides attacking opportunities. I think it's gonna be a good open game of football. Too open for my liking because I want to see us control the game, but we're not in a position to control the game with the players we have at the moment. In January we might buy a player that steadies the ship a little, and then it'll be a different side. But right now we just need to score more goals than the opposition. We know we're leaky. But we have quality up front. We have 11 strikers in the squad.
At the end of the day, we just need to win and get 3 points.
Yeah, well, we need 3 points.
Yeah, I mean, I want to be entertained. I want to see goals, but at the end of the day, 3 points. Because when the season ends, if we have more points than everybody else, we get our trophy back.
Yeah.
I don't want to say I don't care how we get there because like I said, I do want to be entertained, but 3 points. 3 points is 3 points.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what it boils down to.
Yeah, absolutely. We need 3 points, especially at home.
Yep.
We touched on this last week. Old Trafford needs to become a fortress. We need the incoming opposition team to respect Old Trafford again. And they're not. Because the likes of Southampton and Aston Villa are showing us. Southampton, Aston Villa. Who else did we lose to? Scored. Basically what I'm getting at is people can score against United, and they're seeing that, and they're bringing a different team to Old Trafford.
Yeah,
different vibe.
Yeah,
we need to mitigate that. We need to kick it in its ass.
They need to stop believing when they walk up that tunnel that they're going to win the game.
No, that's it. We need the fear factor back. Righty, chat. So this is where I don't know if any of you guys do, but Man United official app, they have the Man United predictions game. I am not doing too badly. I think my prediction score, my total score is 815. I'm trying to see. My prediction scores are 415. I don't know what yours is, Mr. Chris.
Yeah, you know what, man. I forget to do this all the time. You're keeping me honest now. I'm actually doing it.
I'm holding you to it.
Yeah.
Good.
Hope
I'm holding you to it, chat.
Where's your prediction score? What'd you say you got?
Mine's 415.
Yeah, no. I'm not even going to talk about mine.
Okay.
Yeah.
What did you get for the Villa game?
Where am I at here,
Aston
man? Hold
Villa,
on.
West Ham. So I only started from the Newcastle game. I got 105 points for that. I was the only thing I got wrong was the scoreline. I went 4-1 and it finished.
I can't
I
see
went
anything.
3-1 and it finished 4-1. So
I know I've been doing okay with my lineups, but
yeah, I think I was watching a fan show this morning, and our lineups are so predictable. Absolutely.
well,
So
we know who's going to
predictable.
play. I mean, we
Correct.
know we know who our best players are. We know who is injured and who isn't. So
Yeah. Yeah, but also Ole's predictable. I hate to say
sure.
it, he's predictable with his squad. With injuries, now it's a little bit of a different story. So, no doubt about it, your number one pick has to be David De
Ronaldo.
Gea. No, man.
Oh well, yeah.
No,
I know who's
man.
at the who's at the back. I know who's at the front.
Yeah, so the top guy, David De Gea and Cristiano Ronaldo. Those are like two absolute givens. Okay. We're seeing a lot of influence with Cavani coming on in the latter stages of the game, and we're playing a different shape. I would like to see us start with that shape and see how it goes, but I don't think this is going to be the game. I think
No, I don't think it'll happen yet.
after the international break, because I don't think Cavani, I don't think he's allowed to go to Uruguay.
I saw something today that if players are vaccinated, they're going to be able to. I think that might have only been in the EU, though. I'm not sure.
Yeah, yeah. I wouldn't want to go down to Brazil or South America after what happened the last time with the Brazilian nationals and Fred almost missing the game. So yeah, it's a bit of a tricky one. Okay, so do you how confident are we that Shaw's going to start? I'm not very confident at all.
I'm not. I'm gonna go with Tellez.
Do you think Tellez did enough?
Mm-hmm. Jeez, man, did you see that goal?
I did.
But
We can play it again if you want.
and I think he'll even be more effective against Everton. I mean, they're a different kind of team, right? So we'll see. I could be wrong. I have been before.
So and then we're going to see Lindelof pair up with Varane in at the back of the park. That's also pretty much given. Aaron Wan-Bissaka on the other side. Nice to have him back. Then we're going to see Max Sauce
and Fred. Fred.
Bruno in the holding pattern.
Absolutely.
Where's old Bruno?
Bruno, Sancho, Greenwood.
I think we might see Lingard.
See, I like him off the bench. That's why
I do too. Okay, you know what? You've convinced me. I'm going to Greenwood and Sancho that.
I just think with his speed coming off the bench when those defenders are starting to get tired, throw him on and just let him run at them. I mean, we saw the confusion he can create in the space he can get into, which opens up Ronaldo or Cavani. So I really do. I think he can do a job off the bench. I think that's the best thing for him right now.
Okay, so there we go. Committed. Locked in. De Gea, Wan-Bissaka, Varane, Lindelof, Tellez, Max Sauce and Fred, Greenwood, Fernandes, Sancho, and Ronnie up front, playing in a 4-2-3-1. Not the best formation, not the formation Ole wants to play. And I was going through some stats. Ole plays 4-3-3. He did it when he was at Mold. He did it when he was at Cardiff for 1 or 2 games. Got absolutely dominated and realized that you need a certain set of player to play 4-3-3.
Yeah.
We then went on a 4-3-3 run when Ole won the first couple of games up until PSG. And we played 4-3-3 against PSG and lost 2-0. From that day, he has not ever gone back to 4-3-3 for United.
No, I think that could be one hell of a terrifying setup for us right now with the players we have.
It's key on
But
that DM.
but it leaves out, who do we leave out too,
It's
right?
not a question who we leave out; it's who we sell. We've got to sell. We can't strengthen the squad. We've got to lighten some load, and we've got to buy right.
Yeah.
And that CDM DM. I think a DM's better than a CDM because if we go to the 4-2-1 or the 4-1, 4-4-4-2, I think it's just better versatility. Better versatility. Positions are so specialized these days.
Yeah.
Who did we buy though? Who would you really want to see us
Well,
buy?
and I don't want to see us just buy a player just to buy a player. I think that's what happened with Donny.
What is the age
Yeah.
on Declan Rice?
He's young.
If he's under 30, if he's under 25, we need to buy him.
Yeah, I think he is. We'll check.
But we
Born in 99. He's only 22.
even better, even better,
22.
even better.
But
We need,
that's the kind of player we want. I mean, even at West Ham, he's playing for that shirt.
yeah.
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 And he's
But
shown his quality in England already.
Is he worth the money though? How much I want for him? I think it's 70 million or 80 million or something.
Yeah, I think he is. At 22 years old?
Yeah, yeah. If you're kind of splashing that kind of money out for Jordan Sancho, then I know he's an attacking player and a goal scorer, and those get paid more. But yeah, I think 50 mil for Declan Rice is not a bad buy.
No, and just because they're saying they want 70 for him doesn't mean we can't get him for 50 with add-ons, or hell, give them Donny and 40 mil.
Johnny would do so well in West Ham.
Absolutely.
So well, because you'll get the game time, you'll adapt to the pace. Yeah. Get rid of him. Let's go. Donny irritates me. I'm sorry.
No, and then West Ham they're not out a central midfielder either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so score we're going as 2-1. If you didn't
2-1.
catch that.
I think Everton are going to score first.
I do too. It's just United. First half.
Mhm.
Concede. Get structure. Get back into the game.
Yep.
Hit them. First goal scorer. I'm going with Greenwood. Greenwood or Varane?
Varane.
Yeah, corner. I can see us scoring from a corner.
Okay.
A lot of their height's been taken out with the injury. The two players that I mentioned, I think one is a key player in their set pieces. But yeah, just a feeling. Just a feeling.
I'm going to go with Bruno.
You're gonna go with Bruno with a free kick or play.
Free kick.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Varane. I'm gonna lock it in.
Yeah.
Varane with a header from a corner.
Which I would love to see.
Yeah, I would love to see us scoring from corners again. We've gone through a try patch. We didn't score from set pieces for so long.
Yeah, I miss
So
Vidic.
I do too. And Rio. Let's be honest.
And
here.
Rio.
I mean,
But
Vidic, just a machine.
Vidic, what a
He's
player.
from Serbia. He'll fucking murder you. Nemanja. Whoa. Nemanja. Whoa. What's your favorite walk rise, chat? Let us know in the comments. What is your favorite walk rise?
You just sang mine, so
You know mine. Viva Ronaldo! Let's go.
I liked the old Gigs Joy Division. Gigs will tear you apart again. That was a good one too.
What is it? Also another one. Spirit of the Sky.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go on the piss with my mate Georgie Best.
That's a player I would have loved to have been able to see.
Absolutely. Busby Babes and all of those boys, man.
Yeah.
Come on, mister. I watched a lot of Georgie Best's highlights. They put him on the MU TV. It was a different game back then. Different game.
Some of his quotes too.
Who do you think will be the man of the match? And I'm saying with the form he's been in, with the gaps in our defense, because let's be honest here, there are three things you can see from outer space. Okay, the Great Wall of China, the Hoover Dam, and the gaps in the United defense. Okay? I think De Gea is going to be the man of the match.
Yeah, I can go with that.
I think De Gea, because in the app it's a little bit different, Chad. It goes on votes and it goes on player and all sorts. And I'm going to go with David De Gea. Let's go with that.
I'm going to agree with you on that one. He's turning into the player that we saw
2 years. After
Right.
2 years, yeah. Back to
Yeah.
his form, back to his quality, back to being on top of his game. Okay, so there we go. Match is locked in. The predictions are picked. I've actually got to go do my EPL fantasy league straight after this.
If you need anybody injured, just let me know. I'll throw them in my team, and they'll probably break their legs.
Yeah, I'm actually. How you doing? Do you do EPL?
Yeah. I'm first in my league that I'm in right now.
I am. What's your global ranking?
Let me check. You mean on like the Premier League app, right?
Global leagues.
Global.
So I'm in the Man United League. I'm in the Canada League. I'm in
the Man United League, the Canada League.
Okay, what's those positions? Let's go.
Okay, Canada, 13,293.
Okay, not bad.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Where are you at? Come on.
6,000.
Yeah, piss off. So 305, 413, and Man United.
Yeah, I'm 147,000th in the Man U group, 6,700 in Canada, and 6,472. What's 647, 298 overall.
Yeah, double that for me.
So I'm doing okay.
I had a bad week last week. So.
I think everyone had a bad week last week. I've still got that. I still got a few chips in play. I still got my triple captain and my bench boost.
I've got everything.
Oh, not bad. Okay, so yeah, I think a lot of people triple captain those that are leading the scorecards. Triple captain Salah or Bruno in the first game week.
Yeah.
60 pointers and 59 pointers is just unreal stuff for fantasy league, man. Absolutely. I think it's going to be tough, but yeah, enough of fantasy. I'm going to do that off stream. It's not. We next year we are going to run a league, as I've said before. We're going to do some giveaways on the channel. So remember, if you haven't subscribed, if you haven't followed, we're on YouTube. We're going to do a giveaway for YouTube and a giveaway for Facebook. So you could have 2 chances to enter if you follow us on both. And if you do want to follow us on Instagram, we are also on Instagram. All our socials are at the United Front, United spelled UTD. Go check us out, follow us, stay tuned, stay up to date. I post clips, information up to date, so great source of information for United stuff. A lot of it's in picture form on the Instagram, and then obviously we do the segment the day before games. And so from me.
Oh yeah, I get FIFA today, so I'm going to go do that in a minute too. So for me, I've already beat Liverpool today, so I feel good.
Yeah, good stuff. Yeah. And on that bombshell chat, much love, peace, y'all. A lot of love.
Bye, guys.